guys, it's Kara from mystampin.com. Thanks for joining me on another one of my 3D Wednesdays. We're going to be making this super cute card using Foxy Friends, and you can see that I made the cat three-dimensional. So I wanted to show you how I did this using this absolutely adorable product suite called Foxy Friends. And you can find that in Stampin' Up's new annual catalog. This came out June 1st. If you have not gotten a copy from me and were a customer of mine in 2015, get in touch with me so that I can make sure that one is sent out to you. If you currently don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and would like a copy, get in touch with me and I'll get one out to you. All I ask is that you pay for the shipping charges, nominal fee. So anyway, so if you head on over to page 56 and 57 of the annual catalog, you're going to see a little Foxy suite, and you're going to see all the adorable products that come in this product suite. And today I'm going to be using Foxy Friends, the stamp set with coordinating punch, which is right here. You can see that it has all the pieces that you'll need to make these adorable animals. And if you look in the very bottom right corner, you'll see the bundle and save. You can save 10% if you purchase those two items together, which, you know, why wouldn't you? Because you got to have the punch. All right, so let's now, you see here that I made this into a kitty cat, and the great thing with this is that there's actually quite a few animals that you can make. If you look at the sample page, we see a fox, a cat, a raccoon. So just let your creativity run wild, and I'm sure there's other animals that you can make that we just haven't seen yet. All right, so let's go ahead and make this super cute card. The first thing that you're going to need is one of our note cards. This is a 3.5 by 5 size note card that does come with 20 envelopes. So everything is cut and pre-scored for you, so it makes it super simple. And then I'm going to be using wrong one. I'm going to be using the A Little Foxy Designer Series paper stack. This coordinates with the product. This is a 6 by 6 pad, and you can see the fun patterns that come in this stack. So it's great for making cards like this, because if you just want to use just a little bit of Designer Series paper, you can get a lot out of it. So I'm going to attach this to the very bottom. This measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. So let's just go ahead and use, oh, nope, you know what? Before I do that, I want to put in our ribbon. So I am using our Pool Party 3/8 inch stitched satin ribbon. This is a new color for the catalog this year, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to run some ribbon around the top just to kind of finish off the border that you see here on my card. And I'm going to do the old cheater method. This is just a really easy way to put ribbon on without having it go all the way around the back. So what I like to do is just put some adhesive on the back side of the Designer Series paper, and then we're just going to wrap the ends around it, just like so. And so I want it where it's covering up the top of the paper, where it looks a little seamless. Okay, and then we're just gonna put some on this side, and I can actually cut this. I don't need it that long. So we're just gonna go like that. And I'm not too, well, I am concerned on that side. I was gonna say I'm not too concerned about the other side that's showing, because the stamped image is going to hide it, but on the right side it won't. So we want to make sure that you don't see the ribbon coming out on the right side. And then just get a little bit more of ribbon, and we're just going to slide it under this and just tie a simple knot, and that's going to give us that look that we tied it all the way around the paper, and will slide it over here. And I'm going to wait till the very end to cut the ends of the ribbon. I just don't want to cut it too short. I'm going to go ahead and tuck this back. There we go. There, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so we're done with that part. Now what you're going to do is just get out some Whisper White cardstock, and I like to use my paper piercing mat with this. And let's get out our stamp set. And I guess I should have told you, I didn't tell you all at the very beginning what we're going to be using. We're going to be using Foxy Friends and Sunshine Sayings. That's the stamp that I use to stamp hello. We're going to be using Early Espresso and Crumb Cake as our colors today. And then you're just going to need your confetti hearts border punch just to punch out that little tiny heart that I did in Calypso Coral. And then I used our layering squares. That's what I'll be using to give us that cute scallop border, and then just the plain square. So I'll show you which ones I'm using as we go along. All right, so let's go ahead and stamp our kitty cat. So for the kitty cat, I'm going to be using this image right here in the bottom. And I'm going to ink that up in Crumb Cake. And with these stamps, you definitely want to have the paper piercing mat behind you. These are solid images and you'll just get a much better impression. Okay. Actually, I'm going to try that again. I didn't get a good impression on one side of the cat's head, so let's try that again. The nice thing about our cardstock is that it's thick enough that you can flip over and stamp again if you don't like it or make a mistake. That's much better. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to flip this over because we're going to need to do the cat's head. You see here that I popped that up, that I gave that the 3D dimension. So we're going to get this image right here, and I'm just going to stamp that down here, and we're going to use the punch to punch out the face. Okay, and then for the details, we're going to need the cat whiskers and the ears, and I'm stamping that in Early Espresso. And the great thing with it being photopolymer is that you can see right where you're stamping. Perfect. And then for the ears, it's this image right here. And we're just going to ink up just the ear. There's those two little triangles. And the easiest way that I have found to do it is just use just the side of the ink pad and just barely tap the stamp into the ink, and that should be able to give you exactly what you're looking for. And then there we go. So how easy is that? And then let's just bring in our punch, and we're going to slide this all the way down and just center that in the punch. If I can get it. There we go. And then we are just going to use just the cat's head. All right, and let's go ahead and finish the stamping on this little critter too. We're going to do the paws. And so the paws are right there, just those cute little tiny paws, just adorable. This stamp set is just, there's so many pieces to it, but it's just so fun to build it up like this. All right, so we're going to ink up the little paw in Early Espresso, and you just come in right here at the bottom, just like that. And then we can go ahead and do our, actually I'm going to wait. I'm going to cut this out first, and then I'll come in and stamp hello. Okay, so for the square that we're going to cut out the kitty cat, it looks like it's measuring about 2 3/8. Yeah. And then for the scallop square, I used the scallop that, what was this one? That's almost 2.5. So I think, or actually it is like 2.5. So I cut that out already, and I did that in Pool Party. So let's go ahead and take this one over to our Big Shot die cutting machine. And the way that I'm going to cut it out is leaving just a little bit of a border at the bottom where it looks like the cat is sitting on the ground. And that will give me enough space to stamp that hello. Okay, so I've cut that out, and now I'm going to use our Sunshine Sayings. This is also one of a new stamp set in our catalog, and you can find that on page 97. And I think I've probably showed y'all this before. I've been using this stamp set a lot recently. It's just great, just because there's so many sentiments to choose from. Okay, now because this is a clear mount stamp and you can't see through it, I do recommend practicing on a scratch piece of paper to make sure that, first of all, that you've got your stamp going the right way, but also that that it is that it's straight. So let's see here. Okay, that's good. There's nothing worse than doing all of this and then you put the stamp on wrong. Perfect. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do next is just take a dimensional and we're going to pop up the kitty face. Actually, I'm going to use 2. I'll cut and put it behind the ears. And then that's just gonna kind of come right over the face. Okay, and now we can move this out of the way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the little heart on. So there's my little heart that I used. Like I said, I just used the Confetti Borders Heart Punch. And I'm going to use our fine tip glue pen just to put a little bit of glue right there in between the cat's paws. And when using the fine tip glue pen, please make sure every time you use it, put this cat back in. I know that's kind of a hassle, but trust me, it's more of a hassle when you haven't used it for 15-20 minutes and you go to put the cat back on and you can't. That glue dries very quickly, so just get into the habit of putting it back on each time. Okay, so we can move that. Let's go ahead and bring our card back in. So now we can attach this to the card base. Okay, and then we are going just to put snail on our scalloped square that we cut out in Pool Party. And I'm really enjoying these layering framelits, all of the shapes. I will admit that I was devastated when the punches were retired, but I'm telling you, the versatility with these framelits are just really a lot of fun. Okay, so now I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals and we will be all set, and you will just have just the sweetest little hello card to give to somebody as a pick-me-up, somebody that is new to your neighborhood, whatever it may be. Just wanting to send somebody a quick note just to say hi. How fun would it be to receive this card? All right, and now I can go ahead and trim the ribbon. There we go. All right, and there you have it, just an adorable hello card using the Foxy Friends stamp set with coordinating punch. There's the punch right there. You can see all the pieces that punch out. And so if you have any questions over any of the products that I used today, just comment below on YouTube and I will be more than happy to answer your questions. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. My channel subscriber rate is growing. I'm very excited. I think I mentioned maybe about a month ago that when I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to do something really special. So still a couple of hundred subscribers away from that. So I'm positive that I will get there. The goal is to be there by the end of the summer, so something exciting will happen maybe with the holiday catalog that's going to be coming out in a couple of months. Yikes. So anyway, head on over to my blog. If you already aren't a subscriber to my exclusive newsletter, you can go over to istampin.com and subscribe there. And then of course I'm on all the social media channels, Facebook, which is iStampin, Instagram, and Twitter. So you can find out all that information on my blog. All right, guys, have a fabulous Wednesday. Come back on Friday for Stampin' 101. Bye, guys.